The Stanley Cup is the most iconic trophy in sports and the most difficult to win. And while it may be difficult to win once, to do it twice in a row is almost impossible. You can't win it twice in a row unless you have commitment, leadership, passion, a great fan base, and a great organization, starting with Vinny and Teresa Viola, Matt Caldwell, Paul Maurice, and again, you fans have proven that hockey works in the sunshine. Aleksander Barkov, let's do it again.
"359 days later. And now Barkov will take it for a spin. Schmidt, first time Stanley Cup champion.
Matthew Tkachuk directing traffic, telling Schmidt to take it all the way around the rink. Something he will never, ever forget.
Seth Jones, another first-time Stanley Cup champion. When he was a youngster and his dad played for the Denver Nuggets, Popeye Jones asked Joe Sakic to have a little chat with his son. And young Seth started playing hockey in Denver. Tomas Nosek, another first-time Stanley Cup champ. Let's welcome in the great one, Wayne Gretzky. Wayne, as you watch the celebration, the excitement, you had the opportunity to do this on 4 occasions. What's going through the mind of these first-time champions?
Gretz, you know this team very well, the Florida Panthers, as A.J. Greer gets the chance to lifted up. What has impressed you with them going back-to-back?
Mackie Samoskevich, who was terrific as a rookie during the regular season, did not see action in the Stanley Cup final, getting a chance to lift the Stanley Cup. Wayne, you mentioned the Reinhart family, and Sam with the 4 goals tonight. He joins you in the record books. You were the last player to score 7 goals in one Stanley Cup final. That was back in 1985 when you won the first of your 2 Conn Smythe trophies. So full circle moment with Sam Reinhart scoring 7 goals in this series.
Hey, you still got another 40 or 50 of them, Gretz. You're okay. You're okay. Don't sweat it. Don't sweat it. Well, it's been great to be with you and the boys, Gretz, on this journey here in the Stanley Cup final. Just been awesome. You're our leader, and selfishly, we love having you being around you the whole time during the Cup final. And here comes Brad Marchand.
Wayne used to play with a guy named Ken Linsman, who was nicknamed the Rat. All right, Wayne, we look forward to hearing from you and the rest of the gang on the post game. It's been a tremendous couple of weeks with you, as always.
Great job, Gretz. Thanks.
All right, we'll see you later. Thanks, Wayne. Sergei Bobrovsky is standing by with Jackie.
Sergei Bobrovsky, congratulations. You have just gone back-to-back. What makes this one special?
It's amazing feeling. And I want to say glory to the Father and to the Son and to the Holy Spirit. You know, I dedicate again and humble and appreciate it for everything we went through. And I want to give that victory to the God, you know. I want to thank him for everything I have, for my parents, for my family, my wife Olga, my daughter, 2 daughters, for this family. This family is amazing. So I'm blessed with everything, and I want to thank God for that and go back to work.
It's very clear that this is a very, very special group. What can you say about what these guys mean to you?
Yeah, they are amazing. I mean, the group, it's so privileged to be their goalie. You know, it's a dream come true, and to win twice that trophy, it's amazing.
You know, we saw you kind of standing by yourself as the crowd chanted your name. What is it like to live in that moment?
Yeah, the crowd, the fans are amazing here. They give me all time. Their support is amazing. So I'm so happy to bring that cup to them again.
So what's next? How do you celebrate?
Say again?
How do you celebrate?
Yeah, we just enjoy it together. That's it.
All right, congratulations. Thank you for this.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
There's Sam Reinhart. Scored 4 of the 5 Panthers goals tonight.
Remember, he got banged up in the conference final against the Carolina Hurricanes. Came back. Took him some time. The time off, I think, Kenny did him well in between the conference final and the Stanley Cup final. And he started finding his stride, and now the MVP, the Conn Smythe Trophy winner, Sam Bennett. And remember that shift for the ages he had earlier in this series here in South Florida? He took out Podkolzin, he took out Klingberg, and next thing you know, he's got a breakaway going back the other way, and goes top shelf, and there's your MVP and leading goal scorer in the Stanley Cup playoffs.
Here are the centers who have scored 15 goals, Eddie, in a postseason. Wayne Gretzky, Mario Lemieux, Joe Sakic, Sidney Crosby, Sam Bennett.
Unbelievable.
He hands it off to Matthew Tkachuk. And you talked about what the acquisition of Tkachuk did for this franchise. There are his parents.
Yeah. Keith on the right, his mom Chantal on the left, and July 22nd of 2022 is when Matthew Tkachuk became a Florida Panther and really changed the culture and the direction of this franchise. And then there's his brother Brady, the captain of the Ottawa Senators, watching in back-to-back seasons.
He would love to have the opportunity someday.
100%. Watching his brother hoist the Stanley Cup. And Bush talked about Gustav Forsling in the open. Just flat out awesome display of team defense by that man right there, Gustav Forsling.
Sam Reinhart, 7 goals over the last 4 games, is with Jackie.
Sam, congratulations. I see you giving thumbs up to the people over here. Is this your family over here? Is this fans, or what's going on here?
It's fans. I love it. Enjoying the moment.
You are one with the people. A hell of a performance tonight, a hell of a run once again for the Florida Panthers. What can you say about this one that separates it from the last one?
Just resilient. I mean, it's not easy coming back, and you know how hard it is to do. Sometimes that benefits you, and sometimes it doesn't. So, we just stuck with it. A lot has to go your way to be standing here at the end, and we were up for the task again.
Rod Marchand joins this team and feels like a perfect fit, then contributes in a massive way on this run. Why do you think he was able to fit so seamlessly into the group?
He's just a gamer. He's so competitive. You know, I've seen it ever since I came into the league. You know, I think everyone's seen it. That's why, you know, he's got so much respect and people hate him so much. That's just what he is. He's a competitor. He's a warrior. You know, he was so motivated right from day one when he got here. And that was infectious for our group.
All right, well, you guys are writing a hell of a story. Congratulations. Go celebrate.
Thank you very much.
Third Stanley Cup for Carter Verhaeghe. One with the Tampa Bay Lightning and now two back-to-back with the Panthers.
I think Gretz touched on it. I mean, the depth of this team, the matchups, whether head coach Paul Maurice is chasing it or not. With the center ice position, the depth, there's Evan Rodrigues, and Barkov, and Bennett, and Lundell. How about that third line, Kenny? Marchand, Lundell, and Luostarinen. Pretty salty.
Incredible throughout the postseason. Evan Rodrigues led the Panthers with 7 points during last year's Stanley Cup final. He scored a power play goal in Game 3 of this series. And a 6-1 Panthers win. Niko Mikkola. They lost a couple of defensemen following last season, key cogs, and more playing time for Mikkola this season. The acquisition of Schmidt and Seth Jones. And they all did an outstanding job.
I mean, you lose a player like Brandon Montour to free agency out in Seattle, and the other players to step up and eat up those minutes, and you had the suspension for Ekblad, and he was hurt. I mean, there were just a lot of moving parts, as Gretz kind of touched on, and you get a guy like Mikkola and you trade for Seth Jones, and you got Bob in goal. I mean, the strength of this team certainly right through the middle of the ice.
Luostarinen, an assist tonight, 8 points in the clinching games during these playoffs for Luostarinen. Matthew Tkachuk is with Panger.
Can you describe your thoughts and your emotions going through everything you've gone through, following the Four Nations, Matthew, and getting to this point and winning on home ice?
Oh my God, this one's more rewarding to me. Just everything personally, what I had to overcome, didn't know if I was going to be playing, and it just shows how unbelievable our group is, the depth, everything, and then allowing me to kind of get my footing throughout the playoffs. And then I owe a lot. I owe a lot of people a lot of, thank yous. Doctors, medical team, our trainers, just equipment guy, all the support staff that doesn't get a lot of credit. I would not be here without them, and I owe them this one.
Do you think the average fan has any idea what you went through, and what did you go through?
I tore my adductor off the bone, and then had some hernia thing, and all on the same side, and wanted to throw in the towel a bunch of times. I'm sure I got to thank a lot of people, for getting me healthy enough. I'm sure I wasn't the easiest to deal with. My fiance did a great job at the house on days where I probably wasn't in the best mood coming to the rink. The trainers, maybe when I wasn't in the best mood, when I was in pain. I just owe them so much, the doctors. And I really didn't think I'd be playing, or at least playing to my capabilities. So the longer the playoffs went, the better I felt. And I owe that to the guys for giving me some wiggle room to feel good.
What's it like looking up and seeing Mom and Dad and Brady?
Oh, my God. I wouldn't be here without them. I've got a great support system at home here. And then, I have my parents and my brother and my sister. I wouldn't be here without them. It's so emotional because this is a dream. You have a childhood dream of winning the Stanley Cup, and to do this back-to-back times, go to 3 straight finals, win 2 of them. We're a dynasty, and I can't believe that this is what's happened in the last few years. Coming to Florida was one of the greatest things that's ever happened to me. And I owe a lot of thanks to just so many people for making that happen and them believing in me. And the culture down here is is very, very unique, and hopefully we can do it again.
Congratulations. Thanks for doing this.
Thank you, Panger.
And there's the general manager, Bill Zito. Back-to-back Stanley Cup champion. You know, Matthew Tkachuk in that great interview with Panger, the thank yous about the trainers and the training staff. I got a chance to play with Keith when he first came into the National High. There's Vinny Viola, the owner of the Florida Panthers, along with his wife, Teresa. And here comes Paul Maurice. Back to back for the Florida Panthers.
27th season as a National Hockey League head coach.
Keith Tkachuk learned from the players around him when he came in, and he became, and there's Jamie Compon, assistant coach. And we say it often, Kenny, the training staff is a lifeline of a hockey player. And Matthew Tkachuk knew how important the doctors and the team staff were to allow him to at least get out there. And at times, in talking to him, I mean, he didn't know if he was going to be able to play. But for him to acknowledge, to me, having been a former teammate of his dad, the apple didn't fall too far from the tree with acknowledging the most important people in a hockey player's life. Tuomo Ruutu, former National Hockey Leaguer and assistant coach for Paul Maurice and the Florida Panthers.
Handed off to Miles Feet, video coach.
Hey, Kenny, awesome job. Boosh, Panger, Jackie, great to be with you guys. No better team to be a part of, so thank you very much. And how awesome has it been to be with the studio crew on site? Just incredible job. And so proud to be a part of this family, so way to go, Kenny, and everybody else.
We have an unbelievable crew. Love working with all of you. Best in the business. So for Eddie Olczyk, Brian Boucher, Jackie Redmond, and Darren Pang, I'm Kenny Albert. The Panthers are the Stanley Cup champions. Time now for the Vanda Pharmaceutical postgame. Take it away, Liam.
Take it away, Liam.
Team photo, let's go!